Learning Zilui Nishmas Etta Ahuva Basakim Masechas Avos Perik Aleph Mishna Yomi Yeshua ben Prachya v'Nita Harbeli Kibul Mehem Yeshua ben Prachya and Nita and Harbeli were Mekabel from Yesi ben Yezer and Yosef ben Yochanan. Yeshua ben Prachya Omer. So this mission is Yeshua ben Prachya, and next mission is going to discuss Nita and Harbeli. Yeshua ben Prachya said three things: Asay lecha Rav, make for yourself a Rebbe. The Avos der Nasan explains Ketzad. It's Rabbi Kfa. You should have a set Rebbe. The Yilma Mimenu, this same Rebbe should teach him Mikra, Mishnah, Medrash, Halachos, V'Agados. And then, if he left out a reason when he was teaching you Mikra, so if Sheyom Lebe Mishnah, if he left out something when he's teaching you by Mishnah, so then he'll teach you later as he teaches more and more things until Nimsa Adam Ahu Yoshe b'Mekoyim Mali Toiv Ubracha. The Avos der Nasan also says that there's a mile of learning from one Rav over learning from a bunch of Rabbeim, and this Mali Toivu Bracha only comes learning B'dafka from one Rebbe. The Mishna Yomi says that even if a person knows the same amount as you should still make him your Rebbe, because a person remembers more what he learns from his Rebbe more than he would remember from learning on his own. And also, sometimes he'll understand it more from learning from a Rebbe, even if they're the same in Chachma. The Mishnah continues, V'knei lecha chaver, you should buy for yourself a friend. The Avos der Nasan says, Sheyochel imay, v'yishti imay, v'yikri imay, v'yishni imay, v'yishin imay. He'll eat and drink and learn Mishnayos with you, and sleep with you, and he'll be megala with you all the Sisrei Torah. Basically, he'll be with you all the times. And this way, Avos der Nasan says, if you wind up making a mistake, ta echa mehem halacha reish perek sheyomer al tamei tar al tar tamei al asamut al mutar asar. So then, what's going to happen? Chaverei machzirei, his friend is going to correct him. And the Mishna Yomi says that there's really actually three milas of knei lecha chaver. One is in Divrei Torah, which is what the Avos der Nasan was saying, and then there's also a mila in mitzvahs, that they'll help each other out. And the third mile is Le'inyan Eitzas, as he is Myrich over there. The Mishnah ends off, Avidon is called Adam Mekav Schos, a person should be done Mekav Adam Mekav Schos. The Gemara in Shavuos on Daf Lamed Amud Aleph learns this out from the Pasuk. It says, B'tzedek Tishbe Namisecha, Avidon es Chavercha Lekav Schos. And there's also a Gemara in Shabbos on Daf Kuf Chav Zayin Amud Beis, which is Myrich in a bunch of different stories about the Avos der Nasan, and also about the inyan of Dan Lekav Schos. Mishnah Zayin, Nitin Harbeli Omer, Nitin Harbeli said, Harchek Meshachin Ra, a person should stay away from a bad neighbor, Va'al Tischaber LeRasha, and you shouldn't join together with a Rasha. Mishna Yomi says, like when you're renting houses, so you should be looking out to know if you're going to have shcheim, good neighbors or bad neighbors, and that's how you should judge who you should live close to. The Mishnah in the Goim in Perek Yud Beis, as well as other Mefarshim over here, all bring down the klal of Oil Rasha, Oil Shcheinai, that when you are shcheinim with a Rasha, so then when it's bad for the Rasha, it's going to be bad for you as well. And the Mishna Yomi says that's the connection of the end of the Mishnah, Al Tisyayish Min HaParanius, means that when a person sees his friend who's a Rasha and everything is going good and nothing's going bad with him, it looks like it's fine to be bad, Al Tisyayish Min HaParanius, you should be afraid that a person is going to get unshin for what he does bad. The Avos der Nasan says, Ketzad, Al Tisyayish Min HaParanius Ketzad, is Melamed, it teaches us, She'libay shel Adam mispached b'chol yom, a person should be afraid every day, v'yomer, and he should say, Oili, Shema Yava Elai Paranius HaYoyim, v'Shema L'machar, v'nimsa mispached b'chol yom, a person should always be afraid that he's going to get Paranius. And the Chayra, the Pshat is, like the Taisus Yontif explains over here, and Taisus Yontif says, V'loi Omer she'yideg min ha-Paranius. It doesn't say a person should be doyeg, really afraid of Paranius. Ki davar zeh mida meguna, that's a mida meguna, even though the Avos der Nasan looked like he was saying that that's a good thing. I think he means like the Tesis Yantav, that it doesn't mean that you should be mamish doyig min ha-paranias, just altis yayish min ha-paranias, like Haman was beiteach in his richness and clarifying everything switched around. So a person should realize that there's a Eibishter in the world and there's schar v'einish, and he shouldn't always live his life like that, realizing of a year's ha'einish that he should do the right thing.